I'm gonna try to keep this a short video on interpersonal skills and how people lack interpersonal skills. Okay, interpersonal skills means ability to maintain and recognize a relationship and how to establish and continue said relationship and how to overcome or resolve conflicts in relationships as a person ages. And now it doesn't resolve by itself, and a lot of people pay a lot of money to increase these interpersonal skills, okay? Like, that's the whole point of like doing anything, is just like, how do I, maintain and establish a relationship with this person that I want to be with, platonically, career-wise, socially, whatever. Right? It's like, oh, I want to be friends with this person. Like, I really like the same thing he likes, and being friends with them would benefit both of us, kind of thing. In a very business sense. Okay, it's 1 minute. It's too long. The intro was too long right now. But yeah, I've noticed it because like a lot of cops here, they're retarded, and it's because they come from poor families and they use public school system their entire lives, and they think they're better than everyone else because they're cops now or something. They have some authority, I guess. Oh, look, they do away their personal life so they can get some government stipend, enough to give other people a tax break. So everything that they've spent on, including the mortgages and everything, is a tax break. But they do get a retirement fund after, and it's a guaranteed tax break. Okay, it's guaranteed that they get a tax break. I mean, it's guaranteed that they have an income. Like, they're not gonna get fired for doing anything outside of what they're supposed to do. If they do the job right, then you don't have to worry about being fired, even unlawfully. Like, as a government worker, that kind of stuff doesn't happen. When corporate does, which is when the government steps in. So, um, yeah, what was it called? A lot of people were like attempting to establish a relationship with me via violence. Like they thought that we would have a back and forth exchange, and I get so angry. Like, I get offended, right? It's offensive, but I don't take it personally. That's the thing. Like, a lot of people here do, and they expect me to be like one of the poor people who take everything personally, or mentally or emotionally unstable people who take everything personally. Now, I don't look like one of those. You can spot them out really easily, but I'm not one of those people. Okay, like, I'm very attractive, I'm mentally and emotionally stable. um Currently my finances are actually very stable, except I don't have access to them because people keep stealing from me. Now they're unstable financially and emotionally, but it affects me. But I'm not actually financially or emotionally or any kind of thing unstable, which is why I'm like this, right? Now the problem is with people, and this goes for every human being, they don't respond to intentions very well if your intentions were to hurt somebody for no reason. Like, or if it's completely self-centered or greedy or selfish. So if you meet somebody and they're just like kind of like put off by you, it's because you're coming off in a way, you're telling them, right? The only reason you want to be friends with this person isn't because, or that you want to talk to this person isn't because is not to enjoy conversation. It's not to fill a need, such as a social need or actually the real need, as in, hey, I need to go to the neighbors to borrow a cup of sugar or whatever, right? It's none of those kind of things. Okay, and it's definitely not to like try to get to know somebody so like you both know each other a little better because you neighbors or friends of friends or colleagues or whatever. Nothing like that. That's not the intention behind why the intention being the idea behind why they're trying to get to know you. Their intention is because they want to know more people. Right? That's selfish. They need more friends. That's also selfish. They need somebody to invite somewhere. That's selfish. Those are selfish things. Okay? Now, if that's the only reason that you're talking to somebody, they're gonna be put off by you and they're gonna respond badly to the things that you're doing, even though you think you're doing well. Even if you think you're hiding it. Right? Like, I get this weird feeling in my gut, and I don't respond very well to that, and it's not me. But I always say that it's me, just because it makes people feel more comfortable saying, like, you know what, it's me. Like, I am, like, because this is how they perceive these interactions to be going, and so I'm affirming that their interaction is going the way they think it's going, and it's less likely that they're gonna respond with a punch to my face because I said I didn't like them, and they're very volatile people, right? And I don't like that. I hate it, in fact. I don't like people who are unstable. Any kind of instability causes me to know that, like, it's gonna cause problems sooner or later down the road, right? Like, if somebody is emotionally unstable, I'm gonna end up gonna be very dependent on somebody who's considered their friend. If somebody's financially unstable, again, they're gonna be very emotionally distraught most of the time. They're gonna be very stressed out. If somebody is again, psychologically or mentally unstable, you're gonna have to get them to understand things all the time. Like, it's always gonna be a pep talk. You're gonna be their little cheerleader every single time, every time you want to do anything with them. And that's not okay. Like, they're taking advantage of you that way. And at that age, since you're an adult looking for friends or whatever, and everybody needs friends, please don't use online sites to find adult friends. Even though you think it's gonna work out, and like, the connotation with adult friend finder is that it's just completely sexual. And that's not always true. Adults are not always sexual. Sometimes you're violent, sometimes you're very offensive, sometimes you're rude, sometimes you're very funny. Right? All of these interactions can be looked at as in a very funny way. Like, it might be hilarious just down the road. Just give it a second, give it some time. You look back and you laugh at it. Right? But isn't it great to laugh at it with somebody who was there too? Who both agree on that kind of stuff? Like, oh, it's fucking hilarious what happened. Oh my god. Yeah, that kind of stuff, But honestly, take anybody that you meet as a potential friend. Anybody that you know in your life, potential friend. And honestly, even if they said some mean shit to you back in the day, give it some time, maybe like 10, 20 years. They might actually feel bad for it, feel ashamed for it. They might even apologize to you for it. And that's another chance for you to, like, mend that relationship or, like, actually begin a new relationship, You never know. Like, just give people a chance. That's what I like to say. I actually don't. Personally, I fucking hate people who do that kind of stuff, and I'm expecting them to do some stupid shit. Which is gonna be me making, like, I don't want the relationship to be me making fun of that person all the fucking time. And they're getting butthurt over it, and other people, like, also joining in on it, but then asking me, why are you hanging out with this guy? Right? It's like, I'm not actually hanging out with this guy. And also, I don't want to, but, like, he keeps on asking me to. That kind of stuff. Like, I don't like that. So, yeah, I'm just like, okay, so what is a friend? Let's just define friend very quickly. A friend is somebody you can depend and rely on, who also shares interests and on occasion goals. Okay? That's it. Not your preferences, but your interests and goals, and you can rely on, and you enjoy being with this person, spending time with this person. Okay, they're reliable, they're trustworthy for you. Okay, this is an important part. They might not actually work for other people, but, like, if their trustworthy and reliability is, like, and they communicate to you very effectively to you specifically. And it's an optional thing, it's a personal thing, and you both have similar interests or the same interests, probably similar preferences, and they also have same mindset or goals on occasion. That's it. Those are friends. Like, they like to stick by each other. Friends don't like to screw each other over. It hurts them. Friends don't like to make fun of each other because it's mean. And friends actually like to be near each other. If you want to be with your friends, it makes you feel good, right? It's like, oh, you got your little one social circle, and you're like, yay, friends. Those are friends. Friends are the people who actually, like, just want you to fail. Those aren't friends. Friends aren't people who can't get on with the fact that you moved on, okay? Like, those aren't friends. Now, again, you can lose friends because if there's no need for them to be in your life for whatever reason, or you move on and you have a different life than what they were, having with you, then again, you're not gonna be friends anymore. Like, you can still maintain the friendship, and it does take a lot of work. But if you're a busy person with your career, your family, whatever, it's gonna be harder for you to actually keep that relationship. And some people don't prioritize friendship in their life, and that's completely okay. Like, you can prioritize your whatever you feel is important to you, whatever you think is important to you, and no one can dictate that for you. No one can dictate your priorities for you. I personally prioritize my goals to be making sure that I'm okay. So if I do have a friend, they're gonna be okay too. That's what I prioritize, and that's normal. Okay, that's very normal. Like, if you want to be friends with somebody, you're gonna have to be able to spend some money. Okay, you can't be broke and expect friends, because friendship, like any other relationship, requires some sort of sacrifice, including money. Or are you just gonna be friends with somebody by sending them one text every 3 years? That's not a friend. That's just a loser. Like, won't stop harassing you. That's what that is, okay? If you're friends with somebody, and like sometimes you don't need to see your friends for a long time, the relationship didn't change, right? But you're still there for each other, and you can still talk about personal stuff with each other, and it's not weird, right? And again, you can lose that friendship if you do something bad in the relationship. Over time, friendships can change. Like, your relationship has to be both people working on it. It's a two-way street. Like, respect. Okay, you can't consistently just be the only person doing something, and your friend can't be the only person doing something either. Now, you can't just sit back and expect people to just continue to do things for you for the rest of your life, like you're a baby, like a little infant. No, you gotta grow up. You know, you just gotta grow up and be like, hey, I'm responsible for my own life. I can do whatever the fuck I want as an adult, and face whatever consequences it comes with it. And I shouldn't have to be ashamed for living a life that I choose to live, because I feel like it coincides with my personal values and my goals in life and my ambitions, and that's fine. No one can say anything about that unless I'm not directly impeding on somebody else's ability to do so for no reason, which is hurting an innocent person. If that's what that is, you're hurting innocent things and people, then maybe you gotta take a look at yourself and be like, maybe I'm not doing something right. You know, maybe I need a little help with this. And it's okay to need help. Everybody needs a little help once in a while. I need help sometimes. Sometimes people like to just bother me, and I tell them to fuck off. And sometimes people like to step in and be like, yeah, you need to fuck off, dude. And that's help. You know, that kind of stuff also helps too. But at the end of the day, like, I can't do anything for somebody who doesn't want to do anything for themselves. Because I can't. Literally, like, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna show up at their house and make sure that they're getting fed, and bathe them, and talk to them, and, like, talk them to sleep, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, if I need that kind of stuff done to me, like, I'll find a way to get it fulfilled. On my own. I don't need somebody to do it for me. Like, okay, I need somebody to talk me into sleep and sing me a lullaby. Guess what? There's YouTube, there is Spotify, there's Apple Music. I can find a playlist. I can just put that on while I go to sleep. I can even buy a noisemaker and like have white whale noises or like white noises while I go to sleep. Right? That's great. Yeah, it makes people fall asleep. But anyway. Look, the point is, if you're trying to establish a relationship with somebody, you need to, before you even do that, think and be like, is this gonna be possible? Like, is this person gonna respond well to me no matter what I do? Like, is this the type of person that I'm trying to get at for a very good reason for both of us? Or is it just complete for myself? It's in vain. It's vain and selfish and completely greedy, because I want to be friends with somebody who I think is a good person, who looks good, just for myself, so I can tell other people about it, or people can see us together. That's called being a piece of shit. Don't do that. If you don't like that person based on their interests, their hobbies, who they are as a person, and you don't want to share some sort of moment with that person, like don't bother doing it. They're not gonna respond well to it, especially if you're going up to a person and be like, yeah, you need to like have me in your life, like even if it's by force. It's illegal, and they will definitely call the police on you. And it's not okay to do that. Well, also be careful of how you present yourself, because you're gonna either turn off the wrong people, or turn off the right people, rather. Or you're gonna attract the wrong types of people. Because the way you go about doing things is gonna attract people who do the same things that way. Right? Their mindset is gonna be similar. So let's say I wanna go. The reason why I wanna get friends so that I can like protect myself from people who are trying to hurt me, and I want to make sure that my mental health is gonna be okay. Because without any socialization, I might go crazy. Without any friends, I definitely will have some sort of social problems. Like I'll have skill problems, so I'll have conversational deficits, and it's gonna be bad for me in my future. Right? If that's the reason why you want friends, then you're not gonna make any. I'm sorry. That's not the right reason why you should be friends with somebody. And yeah, a lot of people say it comes naturally. It actually doesn't. It takes a lot of work to be friends with somebody, and you need actual need to have that person in your life, or that type of person in your life. You know? And a lot of people get by just by being married and having a social life that way. And that's completely okay too. Like, no one can judge you on how you have your social life and what you choose to fill in your day. Like, that's up to you. That's what you support, and that's the way that you want to go about doing things, whether or not you're aware of it. That's your political orientation, and everyone should have a right to their own political orientation, like a right to religion, freedom for religion, all that kind of stuff. Like, definitely. But at the end of the day, if you have a hard time meeting new people, or people that you meet, they're not responding very well to your advances of like, or your offers of whatever it is that you're offering, like as in like, hey, I want to be friends with you, and like, why would you want to be friends with me too? You need to actually think about why you're saying those things. Like, is it genuine? Is it because you have other friends that are friends with this person? Is it because you think this is a good person to have in your social circle? Like, those are very superficial and vain reasons. They're not gonna respond well to that kind of stuff. Okay? And yeah, you know what? Friends are, you know who a friend is? A friend is like when you're about to like, I don't know, like right before a mental breakdown, when they're like, you're gonna have a mental breakdown, and then like they're there to like pick up after you after. Like, that's a friend. You know, like I don't know. A friend is like, oh, like when you haven't spoken to each other in a couple of months, but then you call them and you're like, okay, sorry, my car broke down in the middle of the road. It's 3 a.m. Can you come pick me up? That's a friend. You know, coming by to pick you up and saying, yeah, okay, let's go. That's a friend. Saying like, I need a +1 to this party and I don't want to go alone. Can you come with me? That's a friend. Okay, saying like, oh, I want to watch this movie, but that person hates that movie, but is watching it because they like being near you, or it's because you guys are friends. That's also called a friend. You know, you may take advantage of this person, you may take that person for granted, but if you keep doing that, you're gonna lose your friend. And friends are hard to come by. It's easier when you're young and people have like, they want to go and meet new people and they want to establish these relationships and they want to try out different things to see what relationships are like. It's what people do when they're young, in their adolescent years. As you become an adult, when you become more mature, there's really one way that you will go about making friends, or like your type of person will go about making friends, and it's kind of like a way to get out of your shell and try to meet people in the neighborhood, which is like you introducing yourself to everyone else. Like, they should know that you're there and they should know something about you, so they don't feel so freaked out by some stranger living in their neighborhood. That's it. But like, yeah, I mean, honestly, you're not obligated to do anything. No one can force you, and if they do, it's illegal, okay? Sometimes it might be for a good cause. Sometimes it might end up actually helping you out. But at the end of the day, you are responsible for yourself, and if you want to make friends, then you gotta find out a way to make friends and the type of friends that you should be making. It's different for everyone, right? It's not, you don't have, there's no cutout template on how to have a social life.